Patriots pulling up, ain't gonna stop. Hide if you want, cause it's ready or not. We the whole gang and we up on your block. Got the red dot on you, now take the shot. 2-8 don't face me, now I got my slide. We hunting down snakes, we aim for the hide. Try to judge me, I don't care what you say, cause the people are here and we win either way. Hey yo, shout out to the truckers who be honking on the road, blocking off the bridge even when the weather's cold. Missing out on money, but to them it do not matter. Fighting for their freedom is the reason that they gather. All over the world, anywhere that you can fathom. Ottawa to Paris, no they are not terrorists. Canberra to Vienna, run up a comparison. Trudeau can't stand them, then he try to ban them. Call up an emergency and do it with some urgency, and call up the city police to take away the liberties. But the numbers going strong, you know we never stand alone. We taking back a rest, you better take the story on your phone. Then we go to States, put the stick up on my plane. Ain't gonna show a back sport, you don't wanna ask for it. Then I'll call the truckers and we call it 18-wheeler force. Block it now and no remorse. Australia to hit the source, they calling for the power so that they can come to take your body, your life, to end your mortal strife. Take away the guns, then take away the funds. Hacking at the fundraisers so we know the hell awaits. And really think they're gonna stop it, but they'll never make a profit. No more water in the faucet, cause the workers don't deposit. For the timers doing violence, rebels got it moving silence. Till it's time to make it loud on the streets and in the cloud. Get banned, stand up, you know we gotta man up. I ain't gonna little timer try to lock us up. Say we gotta wear a mask while they party in the club. Vax that thing up, or I cannot buy us up. Think the politicians for getting new pay, they pay stub. It's only been a couple years, you know that we are fed up. Truck Trudeau in the same go for Joe. And if you try to lock me down again, then I'ma let it blow. If you try to push the vaccine, I'ma say no. If you think that you're safe, we better run up in your place. We done with the games, we done with the snakes. You better be scared, we'll do what it takes. Patriots pulling up, ain't gonna stop. Hide if you want, cause it's ready or not. We the whole gang and we up on your block. Got the red dot on you, now take the shot.
I won't take the vax, no. Fauci is a backhole. Why you even rap, bro? If you ain't spitting facts, though. Fire like the Bascos. I'll check the swag, bro. Them trust anyone on news and a lab coat bars. Why they always grifting for the black votes? TikTok pop star, swear it's all an act, bro. Now they want the truckers in the prison cause they mad, so I'ma make a song that made their next turn. Lassos. Call me rap cowboy. Even as a little DC, it was a loud boy. Spitting racist jokes in the class like a proud boy. Okay, who you kidding? I'm a Gavin that's McGinnis when I'm rapping like a tabloid. 9/11 inside job. Michelle's got a real big schlong, probably like 10-inch long. They probably wanna end this song, but we ain't gonna end this song. No, McDonald's fries kill more people than Corona did. Masked up class suffocating all the COVID kids. Let me take a breath. They're praying on the death. I blame it on the left. Taking who you rep. Jesus Christ is the set. I can see that they upset. Gays go to hell. Why? Cause they have anal sex, that's why, faggot.
Patriots pulling up, ain't gonna stop. Hide if you want, cause it's ready or not. We the whole gang and we up on your block. Got the red dot on you, now take the shot. Stay awake, not woke, I'm tuned in. Your point of view too far, need to zoom in. Ain't got no facts, you assuming. About to call on blue, the way you be cluing. Stay awake, not woke, I'm tuned in. Your point of nights. Have we felt enough of our pain to know it's real? How do you feel? Sick and tired of the lies, all I'm feeling is the pain. Is the devil in disguise while I'm standing in the rain, water pouring from the sky. But you tell me the opposite, like I don't have a consciousness, like I'm stuck in the matrix and my brain's up for the taking. But we don't do that, I know my facts. They say that he was elected, but where the stats at? They say that jab the only way to get your life back. But if you have a heart attack, then they will go to hide that. Look at the FDA, acting like KKK, trying to run all our lives like we they brand new slaves. Lose a job, banned from playing segregation, all the same. They call themselves progressives, but they taking us all back again. Bring the world to darkness and sacrifice the children. Then when it's said and done, then you will never live with hope again. I say that we break the chains, we can't leave the world the same. Make love real again. As we fly above the truth, I ask of God, am I with you? I walk the path, go to the line, but still I feel
Perfect. I don't even think I didn't even hit the unmute button. Oh well. Today is a big day. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are clamoring in the chat, no sound. We're back now. We're here, I guess we can say, from the very beginning. I didn't even hit the unmute button because we have a ton of stuff going on. I'm just so excited. As you can see, the Twitter feed is going absolutely ham. As you can see, I've got a ton of topics here today that we're going to be jumping into. You're not going to believe what's going on today. So I was going to start us through going through some of the topics, but I think I'm going to start by just scrolling through my Twitter feed just to show you guys how excited people are. I refreshed my Twitter feed 3 minutes ago, and there's already 51 new tweets up and ready to be looked at. So Milk and Cook says, how do you quick pay someone $43 billion? That's insane. My brother Mikkel says, it's official. Elon Musk now owns Twitter. Somebody else says it's official. Elon Musk has purchased Twitter. 54 cash per share, yada yada. A lot of people talking about this, some other things. Bryson Gray just got approved for a house, so it's a big day now. I tweeted just minutes ago, it's over. Elon will now own Twitter. What is the world, lol? I haven't been this excited in a while. This is going to be big. Olivia Rondeau says, the son of a gun did it. Talking about that Twitter accepted buyout with giving Elon Musk total control of the company. And the last tweet we'll look at for now, that's interesting, says, from Jack Subic says, Twitter shall be made free once more. Wow. Can you guys believe it? Can you believe it? This is big. This is big. So this is what Disclosed TV posted minutes ago as it was awaiting the announcement. So Twitter shares, shares purchasing and selling were halted as the announcement was preparing to be put out. And I haven't seen the announcement from Elon or the official Twitter account, and Twitter hasn't put a big T or something in the T for Twitter. So I don't know if anything has changed on the official side, but this is what's going through. Everybody is talking about it, and I'm sure hold on, I just saw a hashtag bring back Trump. The words Elon Musk is trending #1. Wow. Elon Musk and Twitter reach agreement for $44 billion takeover. Yada. Justify their motives by using freedom. Beware what they actually seek is freedom from accountability. We're going to be talking about all this insanity from people who are like, this is scary. We can't allow this to go through. But let's jump in, I guess. A lot of the articles I had here aren't even up to date anymore, but 9to5Mac posted that Twitter was set to actually accept Elon Musk's acquisition offer as soon as today. I don't even really need to read most of these anymore, but we'll just take a look. Twitter may announce its acceptance of Elon Musk's $43 billion acquisition offer as soon as later on Monday, according to a new report from Reuters. Musk submitted his best and final offer just under 2 weeks ago, which came just 2 weeks after, just under 2 weeks, he bought a 10% stake in the company. Like I said, news is traveling really fast today. A lot of the articles we're reading today aren't even up to date anymore, so I'm probably going to have to skip around. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about CNN Business reportedly saying that Twitter is reportedly nearing deal to sell itself to Elon Musk. Let's see what CNN Business is saying about this. Yada, yada, yada. A deal could be finalized as soon as Monday. Reports that a deal is imminent come after Musk revealed last week he had lined up $46 billion in financing. Twitter's board met Sunday to evaluate Musk's offer to buy all the shares he does not currently own for $54 apiece. A source familiar with the deal confirmed to CNN. Yada yada. Let's skip through. Questions about whether Musk would actually be able to finance his acquisition of Twitter swirled in the days following his takeover bid, especially after he said in an interview the day after his tweet that, I'm not sure I'll actually be able to acquire Twitter. As you can see, taking his statements out of context, but I invested in Twitter as I believe in its potential to be the platform for free speech around the globe and believe free speech is a societal imperative for a functioning democracy. Well, there's the words they're going to use right there, but CFRA senior equity analyst said Monday that from Twitter's board that more seriously considering Musk's offer may come from the board's realization that an alternative build from a white knight may be difficult to come by, especially following the decline in asset prices from social media companies in recent months. Now let's get down to the funny part of today's show, which is how people are reacting. Let's go to Sean King first. He said, at its root, Elon Musk wanting to purchase Twitter is not about left or right, it's about white power.
Stop the cap.
The man was raised in apartheid by a white nationalist. He's upset that Twitter won't allow white nationalists to target and harass people. That's his definition of free speech. Elon Musk has openly called himself a free speech absolutist and said that he wants to create a space where anything can be said about anyone. That's why white nationalists are giddy today. Here on Twitter and other platforms that I track daily, it's dangerous. And listen, I don't even like the Democrat Party, wink. So for me, this isn't about left or right. Not at all. It's about how the richest man in the world, a son of apartheid, raised by a white nationalist, wants to be sure his speech and that of other white men isn't censored.
Stop the cap.
This is sad. Let's see what everybody wants to call Sean King after reading this, though. Yes, we're going to read this entire list. Talcum X, Thurgood Partial, W.E.B. Du Blanc, Martin Luther Cream, Hewlett P. Newton, Froderick Douglass, Mayo Angelo, Stevie Wonder. Shall I continue? Sure, we'll do one more list. Scamuel Jackson, Honky Kong, Snow J. Simpson, Jaleel White, Bet He White, Thurgood Marshmallow, Richard Dololthal, Whack. I won't go through the next list, although. Okay, maybe one more. Ghost Malone, Martin Luther Keyboard, Iggy Apalia, Chalka Khan, T'Chalka. Okay, we're done. Anyways, Sean King has been absolutely dragged on Twitter for his abysmal statement here. As you can see, he's gotten an absolute ratio 4,400 comments in comparison to his measurely 1,700 likes and 1,900 retweets. But let's take a look. Oh, because that 1,900 retweets is actually 1,500 quote tweets and growing. It just seems the news is getting more and more not so great for poor Sean King. As y'all can see in the chat, we're all celebrating. Come on, let's get some more round of applause in here. Agar Khan says, hooray for Elon Musk doing what's right. Mad Lad, Dare Dad says, Elon equals Internet Superman. Susanna Donovan, nice to see you back, says, it's hilarious that the left is saying Elon is with Putin when he destroyed their cyber attack in Ukraine with his Starlink. He just launched over 50 satellites, blew away Russia's attack. Agar Khan says, leftist equals idiot. Wake up, leftist. Not all of them, but if their name is Talcum X, then maybe they need to wake up. Let's see what Elon said earlier today, though, because he's been tweeting on Twitter as recent as today, and I'm sure we're going to be keeping an eye out for something within the next few minutes. Elon says, I hope that even my worst critics remain on Twitter, because that is what free speech means. He's standing up for it, and I am so excited. Let's check his Twitter feed and see if he's tweeted anything within the last few minutes, though. Nope, that was 2 hours ago, and look at that. Nearly 1 million likes on this tweet. This guy is operating one of, if not, well, definitely now, the most powerful account on Twitter, and even before this. Big stuff. And he owns multiple companies, as you can see here. Boring Company is one of his companies. Neuralink, which is a scary one, but one of his companies. Most of them are even being highlighted in this feed here. He was talking about roasting roasting Bill Gates on Twitter just yesterday. He's big. This is just big stuff. Big. I was just sent an article that I should check out real quick 12 minutes ago from The Verge, and as you guys know, I'm not the biggest fan of The Verge. They do some gaming and tech news, and I'm big into gaming and tech news, and I can tell you these guys are not the greatest publication, but Twitter accepts buyout, giving Elon Musk total control of the company. Elon will buy Twitter for $44 billion. Billion. That's 4 billions for each 10 billion, plus each single billion that is a part of this offer. This is big. My phone is buzzing like crazy here. I might have to mute my notifications because this is big, but let's check in on this. Twitter has accepted Elon Musk's offer to purchase the company for $44 billion. The company announced in a press release today. We've heard about this. Musk purchased the company at a 54 per share. We've heard that. Free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated. I've said those exact words before. Digital town square. It's so true. It is so true. Said Musk in a statement. I also want to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features, making the algorithms open source to increase trust, defeating the spam bots, and authenticating all humans. Twitter CEO Agrawal also applauded the deal in the release. Twitter has a purpose and relevance that impacts the entire world. Deeply proud of our teams and inspired by the work that has never been more important. Musk laid out his plan for funding the deal in an SEC filing, which includes $25 billion in loans and $21 billion in personal equity. Analysts believe the loans would cost Twitter as much as $1 billion a year in servicing fees, or roughly 20% of the company's annual revenue. Shortly after Musk announced the buyout plan, Twitter's board instituted a poison pill measure. Yeah, that's old news. It's unclear what impact Musk will have on Twitter or whether he'll start the changes. Where he'll start the changes. When he first disclosed his 9.2% stake in Twitter, he polled Twitter users on the creation of an edit button, which Twitter was already developing? I don't believe that. He later suggested nixing ads from Twitter Blue, lowering its subscription price, and adding Dogecoin as a payment option. Let's see what's new, though. Musk originally offered, I think most of this is just kind of recapping old news. Like I said, we don't have many press releases from the company right now. This is all majorly developing news, which is why I'm going to be keeping my ear to the ground, I should say. Not my eye, that would be very painful. My ears to the ground on what is happening with Twitter right now. I'm going to keep the Twitter tab open right here as my first tab, if I can pull it there. Checking on what some of my friends on Twitter are saying. Patriot J says, Elon really just bought the whole app. Jack Posobiec says, Elon Musk has purchased Twitter. Hey, Elon, could you fire anti-free speech Parag Agrawal? Thanks. Crying was all that was heard after Elon Musk's Twitter staff meeting. As we saw a minute ago, actually, I want to show you guys. Hashtag bring back Trump is now trending on Twitter. I don't know why that's part of that. Nothing new. Let's check latest and see what people are saying. There's just a bunch of normal spammy accounts, but there you go. There you go. That is... is that real? I don't think that's real. If that is real, that's funny either way. But this is really big stuff. I gotta show you guys some of these memes, though, because these memes are next level. Where is it, right? We'll check that out in a second. I wanted to show you guys this. This is just beautiful. It's beautiful. It really shows you the meme culture. This is the stuff you love to see. Elon Musk banging the drum, Trump dancing in the background. It's going to be a great day for Twitter real soon. Roxanne Shante says the edit button is available for Twitter Blue accounts. Well, that's great. I'm sure there's going to be an even greater rollout real soon. That is cool stuff. Let's check in, though, because not only is Elon being a big purchase, a big news story, but there's a lot of people who are saying, well, Elon's buying Twitter, despite the fact he's an African-American. I'm done. We're just gonna leave Twitter. That's what people are saying. Twitter users are threatening to ditch platform over Elon Musk purchase. Are you serious? Twitter users have threatened to deactivate their accounts after reports that Twitter may approve Elon Musk's offer to buy the technology giant on Monday. Hashtag #RipTwitter was trending on Twitter after multiple sources reported that Twitter's board could approve Musk's offer to buy the company for those share counts. Not sure I'm interested in Twitter if Elon Musk owns it, says CNN contributor John W. Dean. Are you serious? People are actually preparing to leave Twitter simply because Elon is the one buying it? This story sounds crazy. We're going to jump back into this after a few messages, short messages from our sponsor. Let's jump into this. Hey freethinkers, Chandler here, and welcome to the brand new one-of-a-kind commercial break. Here on the Chandler Crump channel, we pride ourselves on straight-talking nature, adherence to facts, resistance to media programming, and a loyalty to the red, white, and blue. Above all, we bring it to you in a cheerful nature to package all the bad news and or occasional good news in a way that'll make you smile while you cry. Whether that crying be from laughter or sadness is up to you. Anyhow, through these efforts, I have come under fire from YouTube, Twitter, and the rest of the big tech giants alike. It is through these attacks that we've had to work even harder in order to persevere and continue to deliver the message. It is through this that I come to you humble viewers with a request. I know I've said it before countless times, and I probably will countless times more. This show is funded and supported independently by viewers like you. $1 or $100, one time or once a month. Everything goes towards supporting our ability to bring the show to you. These live shows are what I consider to be my job, and I only get paid on tips around here. So if you think I've done a good job or want to encourage me to do even better, then check out the description of this video and go to donorbox.org/support-Chandler. This is our donation processor and the one-stop shop to support all things Chandler. A donation here allows you to send support as well as a message. During live shows, I read your message out loud, and if it's a question, do my best to answer. If you choose to, you can even have your name appear on stream to flaunt that you support our show. This is of course the illustrious Hall of Heroes bar above me. Another path to the Hall of Heroes is of course Cash App. My Cash App code is $ChandlerCR and it's visible on every one of my streams. It works the exact same as DonorBox. However, if you wish to remain anonymous, leave a note in your donation stating your anonymity. DonorBox or Cash App aren't the only ways to support me, of course. You could join our Locals community as well. Locals is a platform that allows you to financially support your favorite creators on a one-time or monthly basis, as well as interact with others who have done the same. In this community, you can even gain access to exclusive content, early sneak peeks at music, and much, much more. Whatever you choose to do in regards to supporting me, I appreciate it 1000%. Thank you guys so much. Now, let's get back to the show. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. What'd you think of that? Yes, we now have ads on this stream, but not by YouTube or Gillette or something, but by yours truly. Thank you guys so much. St. June in the chat actually asks, wait, you have sponsors now? Do you have sponsors now? Yes, I have sponsors now, and I have had sponsors for a long time. It has been you, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it all before, so I won't go droning on about it, but y'all know how to do it. Let's jump right back into the story, because these ads mean I don't have to do it myself anymore. I can just press a button, and then we'll just jump right back into the story. You guys don't have to hear me speed talk through it all. So let's hear about the people who are about to leave Twitter over Elon Musk announcing that he wants to purchase it and actually going through with it. Yashar Ali, this guy, says, for those of you who are saying you're going to leave Twitter if Elon Musk acquires it, just remember, it's going to take months to close this transaction, so don't start deleting your accounts yet. And you shouldn't delete your account anyway. Just stop tweeting if you must. Somebody's wrong. Users blasted Twitter's potential decision to sell to Musk, arguing that he will destroy the company, while others have threatened to leave the platform overall. Why the heck would Twitter board agree to Musk buying and destroying what they built? Former U.S. Florida Senate candidate Pam Keith said in a tweet. Might be time to exit this platform soon, said John Rosevier, a CNBC journalist. Yvette Nicole Brown, who is actually a very famous actress in some shows that I've watched, and I'm sure if you guys have seen some of the shows, you might have seen her on them as well. For those leaving Twitter after this Elon Musk deal with the devil goes through, make sure you download an archive of everything you've contributed to this space. You had a good run, Twitter, and the people are actually saying, well, how do we archive? Please tell us more. It's probably a good idea to do this no matter what, yada yada. People talking about it. It's kind of strange to me, really, that people are seriously, legitimately considering doing this, leaving Twitter simply because Elon Musk owns it. I didn't even, there's a lot of people that said they wanted to leave Twitter after Trump was banned. I was with them, but I was like, why? If I could push people to all tech platforms, I'll stay there and do it. And so now we're seeing things from the opposite end. Now, will they leave Twitter? More than likely not. It's kind of got the exact same sentiment as those. St. Jude says, Pam Keith, who in the world is that? It is the exact same sentiment as those that said in 2016 they were going to leave America and move to Canada because Trump was going to be president and we can't stand for this white supremacy or something like that. Obviously, they didn't quite leave, and I'm sure it'll be something similar with Twitter, although maybe of a slightly higher margin. It's a lot easier to leave a social media instead of leaving a country, although it is what it is. Twitter, a lot of people are addicted to Twitter. I could say probably even myself, and maybe even Elon Musk. That's why he made the not so difficult decision to buy it. And let me just take another quick peek at his Twitter feed. I just gotta check in. It's going ham. 4,500 likes here for Breaking 911 for the report. Oh, Grimes is trending. What is Grimes saying? Men will literally spend $44 billion to get the attention of Grimes. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. It's official with the little image of Elon there. Here it comes. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is what I like. People, we need to start a thing. We need to start something like #TruthWave, where now that Elon owns it, we just start posting everything we couldn't say because Twitter was owned by liberals. So say hashtag the thing I was just looking at. I'm not going to say it out loud because we are streaming on YouTube and Elon doesn't own YouTube or Google, so I could get axed and it's dangerous to even show it, but I think we can do it. Let's take another look at the trending tab. Did they nixed the Elon Musk trend? See, this is the problem with Twitter. Elon Musk was trending #1 right here, and then they erased it and put martial law back. Let me just refresh to make sure. Yeah, no, you guys saw that a minute ago, right? It was there, and then they just cut it. And martial law is about Marjorie Taylor Greene. We'll be talking about that later. It's a stupid story. It really is nothing, and they erased it. Sean King is trending, which is about Elon Musk, but they have erased Elon Musk from the trending tab. And let's see if he's like further down, like in some other way. Edit, which definitely has something to do with Twitter and Elon Musk is trending, but they erased Elon's name. Grimes, Parag, that's, let's see what else. Yeah, #bring back Trump. That's all about Elon and his purchase of Twitter, but they have erased it. That's just crazy to me. That's just crazy. I want to give a big thank you to Dare Dad, who has just joined the Hall of Heroes, he says, for the Crump Fund. Thank you so much, Dare Dad. I'll add your name to the Hall of Heroes right now. Big thank you. Shout out to Dare Dad as well. He's a longtime supporter of the channel. I really majorly appreciate he's going to be replacing Inespo up here. Big thank you to Inespo from before. Let's get it, Dare Dad. Add you to the Hall of Heroes here. He sends $10, he says, for the Crump Fund. So let's get you all set. Big thank you. Shout out to Dare Dad. Yep. Awesome. Great. Let's see here. This bring back Trump trend. That's hilarious to me. Let's jump back in a little bit further with these stories, because not only is Yvette Nicole Brown the only big person saying this, but Charles Blow, who is a New York Times columnist and MSNBC analyst, says, looks like I'm about to say goodbye to Twitter as well. I've been pulling back a bit from social media anyway. This will be just the push I need to go all the way on this app. Twitter's nearing the deal to sell itself, which is from the New York Times. Honestly, do you guys believe these people? I really don't. I really don't believe these people that are saying, I'm gonna leave. I completely understand. I feel the same. The utter hopelessness is getting to me. Are you serious? You guys literally have everything you want. You have the Biden presidency, Kamala Harris is vice president, inflation at an all-time high, gas prices actually breaking records for decades, wars going on in all sorts of places, and us sending billions upon billions of dollars to stand with Ukraine. And Elon Musk buying Twitter is going to be the nail in the coffin for you? That's when you decide to leave? That's when you decide to say, I feel hopeless. I'm full of despair. I have no will to live anymore. Seriously? Is that it for you guys? It's laughable. St. June says they were born hopeless, and I don't disagree with that. Ramisa says, let's go. The left is going to fall. I don't even want the left to fall. That's the thing. People are saying, I can't wait to see Bill Gates get suspended and things of that nature. No. The entire point of Elon buying Twitter is to stand for free speech. I'll show you guys his tweet, actually, if we can go to it. Something he said just a couple hours ago. I hope that even my worst critics remain on Twitter. This is what free speech means. People are standing by free speech. That's the most important thing through all of this. One of the very first speeches I gave, actually, in 2019 was about free speech. It was protesting those that are fighting against it, those that are banning people off of Twitter. I was woke to this even when I was just 14, and now I'm 17. I'm still standing by it. Elon Musk is buying Twitter, and it's really great stuff. Speaking of speeches, however, I have some quick news I want to share before we move on to a couple more stories, and that is that I will be giving a speech very soon in Ohio. So shout out to my folks up in Ohio. If you guys are near or around the Alliance, Ohio area, then you guys should join us this Wednesday. That is Wednesday, right? Yeah, this Wednesday, April 27th in Ohio at the Holiday Inn on Alliance on West State Street. At 7 to 9 p.m., you can hear from me and my friend Vince Dow as well. We're going to be giving speeches about the current state of America, and I'm sure we'll both be touching heavily on this Elon Musk purchase. It is going to be big news, so if any of y'all are in or around the Ohio area, or I think this area is also close to like the border of Pennsylvania or somewhere around there, if you guys are close around that area, then definitely come on over, make the drive, fly up if you're willing to, hear from me, hear from Vince, meet a lot of young people. There's going to be a lot of young people at this. It's actually being put on by a Turning Point college chapter. So if you want to hang out, join us there. Definitely make sure you check it out. If you want to, make sure you RSVP on the Eventbrite page. I'll drop that in the chat for y'all. Definitely make sure you check it out and register here. It'll just let them know how much food to bring because there will be food as well, which is complimentary for you guys. So just come on over, see us there, hear some speeches, mingle, ask some questions, anything of that nature. You guys make sure you join us right up there. People leaving Twitter, people saying enough is enough, people saying I'm tired of censorship, Elon Musk is on my side. It's big stuff. I'm going to take a check of the Twitter feed one last time before we move on to our other stories. Kongman says RIP to all the other alternative social media platforms, and a lot of people are saying that's it. I don't know. I'm streaming on Gitter right now, and I've been posting on Gitter, Gab, and Truth pretty actively for a few months now. Some a little bit more than others. Do you guys think this is actually the end of alt-tech platforms? I'll put a little poll real quick. Everybody that's watching in the chat, if you are on Gitter and all those alt-tech platforms and you think you're going to keep posting after Elon buys it, press 1. If you think you're going to stop once Elon buys Twitter and just mostly use big tech platforms like Twitter, then say 2. I'm legitimately interested. I know for sure I'm definitely number 1. I'm going to promote competition as much as possible. It's something I believe in for sure. So Deborah Lynn says 1. I'm going to see my people over on Rumble as well. I see y'all over on Rumble. Shout out to my folks on Rumble. Y'all are pulling up in numbers over there. If you guys, just remind you, we also always stream on Rumble. And, if Elon bought YouTube, I would still stream on Rumble as well. Why would I put all my eggs in one basket? So, my folks over on Rumble, shout out to y'all. 21 of y'all. Make sure you hit the plus. Beautiful Joe says 1. So, that's great right there. So, obviously, people are standing by it. Although, we're getting some mixed signals here. So, Dare says 1. Gail Monger says 2. We're getting kind of a balanced act here. My people over on Gitter, DJT for Life says 1. Hip Hop Thinker says 1. Raphael says, I'll repost from here to Twitter as soon as the deal is closed. There you go. So I'd say just treat Twitter like a brand new alt-tech social media, despite the fact that it has like over 100 million users and it's getting pretty big over there. I think still maintain your activity on all the platforms you can. But if you, of course, you don't have time, but there you go. So Gail says Rumble is okay, but Gitter's hard to use. I find Gitter pretty easy to use, but I'm also a younger person, and obviously I'm going to get acclimated to new platforms a little bit more quicker. Rumble is great, though. Rumble is great. I definitely agree with you there. Elon, that's the old tweet. Elon buying Twitter is cool, but Paisley went to the zoo for the first time today, and it's Lily Coco's birthday. So who is the real winner? That's wholesome. Elon has officially bought Twitter, so this is how democracy dies, with thunderous applause. So he's saying allowing people to freely exercise their freedom of speech on this app is the biggest threat to our democracy. Putting in the jokes there. Ridiculous. Every tweet I'm seeing with EM's name in them is snailing along with hardly any retweets or engagement. Sure, Twitter, this is something that nobody cares about. So talking about the censorship happening right now. Dave Smith says it's a private company. What are they going to do? What are they going to do? Is Biden going to start calling on Twitter to say, make sure you're censoring the misinformation? What is Elon Musk going to say? He's just going to laugh. He's just going to laugh. And I'm going to laugh right there with him because it's over. As Jack Posobiec says, cope and seethe. Oh, The Verge posted an article saying how to deactivate your Twitter account. Look at that, though. 1,400 quote tweets saying, he, him, her, them are a species of... Oh, people are laughing. Today, April 25th, 2022 is the beginning of a revolution. I legitimately think this is the beginning of something great. I think this is... People are going to start fighting back. People are going to say what they want. I'm already seeing people on the timeline saying the things I can't even show you, but the things of, like, the truth. Like I said, the hashtag truth wave of people just saying what they believe. CJ says Donald Trump's first tweet back is going to break the internet. Will Trump come back? Will Trump come back? Bill Gates, after realizing his plan to sabotage Tesla failed, and Elon ended up buying Twitter instead. Oh, it's just beautiful stuff. It's beautiful stuff. I'm gonna see this GIF way too much. I really am gonna see that. It's gonna be everywhere. It really is gonna be everywhere. All right. That's enough of the Twitter stuff for now. Let's move on to a few more stories. Although I expect some word coming from Elon very soon, and we might be switching back rather soon. But let's change gears a little bit to another person who has also been alongside Biden's side, saying we need to censor the misinformation because of the droplets and the masks and the vaccines, and you cannot be a...
I'm a mask rebel. No, I will not wear your muzzle.
Because of the droplets, you have to wear the muzzle. That is, of course, Dr. Anthony Fauci. He has slammed the judge in Florida who struck down the mask mandate as somebody with no experience. Seriously? Let's check in on this. Anthony Fauci took a shot, pun intended, I'm sure of it, at the Florida federal judge who struck down the Biden administration policy that forced plane and train passengers to wear masks, saying she doesn't know enough about health to make such a decision. Oh yeah, that's what Anthony said. I'm sorry, I said Elon's name way too much today. The CDC has the capability through a large number of trained epidemiologists, scientists, to be able to make projections and make recommendations, said Fauci. Far more than a judge with no experience in public health. On Wednesday, the Justice Department filed a notice that it will appeal the decision at the behest of the CDC. The agency has been closely monitoring an uptick in COVID-19 cases driven by the much more infectious Omicron variant. Hold on, I gotta, hold on, where is it? The Omicron variant.
Go, you know the thing.
Fauci noted that the variant did not appear to be associated with an increase in hospitalizations and severe disease. Let's just hear what he said. Let's see if my impression's any good or not. I don't know. Let's take a look.
But the point that I was making, that this is a public health decision, and I think it's a bad precedent when decisions about public health issues are made by people, be they judges or what have you, that don't have experience or expertise in public health. And I believe that this should remain a CDC decision. And the CDC has a very large number of experienced scientists and epidemiologists that make those judgments based on the dynamics of the outbreak on the ground and other considerations that they make. So I wasn't at all defying the authority of a judge, because when the judge makes a decision, you abide by that decision. I was concerned about the principle of having non-public health people making public health decisions.
Listen very closely to what this man just said there. He takes issue with the principle of someone making public health decisions that is not a public health expert. For instance, somebody who is nominated or in some places elected, although this federal court, which is appointed, and this one was appointed by Trump, somebody whose entire job, sometimes lifetime appointments in some of these positions, so it's their life and their duty, is to adjudicate the law, is to interpret the law. And this lady, who is a judge in Florida, federal judge in Florida, has decided that the government did not have the right to restrict you. This man is basically saying that it should only be the government with their approved public health experts that decide who can and can't live their life and not wear a mask or will wear their mask or not get the vax or will get the vax. This man wants to have as much power as possible. Because you have to remember, science is something that can be disagreed upon. Science is not 100% settled truth. Science is not as simple as, I don't know, breathe air, live life. It's not as simple as those things, and though science can explain these things in some ways, there can be disagreements. Is that air you're breathing? I don't know. That's the question that we're asking. But of course, he's saying the government decides what the science is, the government decides who the public health experts are, and if you disagree, I disagree with that principle. Let's one more time. Let me the records.
Vision. I was concerned about the principle of having non-public health people making public health decisions.
Concerned about the principle. Well, you know, the only principle I'm concerned about is that this guy is not in jail yet. I'll keep it a buck with y'all. He has scammed the American people. He has told very dangerous lies. He has flip-flopped constantly, and he has restricted our freedom so much so that we have to have a federal judge tell us, yes, you can go into an airport. I'm gonna have to go research her name real quick and have that down for y'all because it's a great lady, it's an amazing person who did that. Read a few comments here. Susanna says Fauci doesn't want to lose his dictatorship. So true. Mad Lad Dare Dad says he is a fraud. Jake S says, my fellow Americans, the storm is upon us. St. June says, choose to be confused. Dare Dad also says, liar, liar, pants on fire. And Gail Gregory says, he doesn't want the public to have control over their health. And I don't believe anything that little Napoleon has to say. Now that Twitter will be free speech, maybe the doctors who were dissenters will be heard. Yes, the American frontline doctors who, like I was mentioning just a minute ago, are those that disagree with a lot of this COVID science. They're the ones that are going to stand up for freedom, or at least stand up for a dichotomy of thought, or maybe a multichotomy of thought. I don't even know if that's a word, but dichotomy is where it's two separate houses of a theory, two separate houses of an idea. A multichotomy should be many different houses, or no, not a multichotomy, because a die represents the phrase two, so multi. So there, multichotomy. I don't even know if that's a word. I might research that, but there. If it doesn't exist, I've just coined it. Either way, though. That's what's happening with Dr. Fauci. Susanna says Fauci is an idiot and a CCP compromised bot. Gail says if someone posted science different from the fascists, they'd get shut down. Roxanne says your mic is cutting out, I think. No, it's YouTube. It's something weird going on with YouTube. I might have to do some tweaking under the hood. But if you're watching on Rumble or anything like that, you guys should notice zero problems because there usually isn't ever a problem on Rumble. It's just YouTube that decides, oh yeah, your connection isn't solid despite the fact that my download and upload speeds are great. And I don't know. Yeah, Roxanne, I saw it on my side as well, so I don't know. It's weird stuff. But let's check in a little bit further because, as you guys know, there are some interesting things happening with Trump. Apparently, a court has held Trump in contempt for refusing to comply with the Attorney General of New York, which is a minor story, but Twitter was promoting it heavily this morning, so I had to throw it in the mix real quick. A court has ruled to hold Donald Trump in civil contempt after the former president refused to turn over documents related to the New York Attorney General's investigation into him and the Trump Organization's financial dealings. According to the ruling by a judge at the New York State Supreme Court, Trump must pay $10,000 per day for every day he continues to refuse to provide the documents. $10,000 per day? That sounds like a whole lot of money. I wouldn't be able to get a good sleep at night if I was having to pay $10,000 a day. But thankfully, you can pay just like $20 and have an even greater night's sleep. Let's take a break from the show with a quick word from our sponsor.
Hey freethinkers, Chandler here, and man, covering the news of the day, reading your comments, and containing my laughter sure are tiring, right? I'm sure your day-to-day life leaves you just as, if not more tired than me. So why not elevate your night's sleep, all while supporting a great patriot? Of course, you knew it was coming. It was too good to pass up. MyPillow is your ultimate night's sleep. Pillows, blankets, sheets, mattresses, mattress toppers, pajamas, loungewear. As you can hear by me droning on in the background, the list of MyPillow products is long and varied, and sometimes, dare I say, ridiculous. But it all goes towards an amazing cause, all the while giving you the best night's sleep in the whole wide world. Mike Lindell is an amazing patriot and a man I've met a few times myself. I can tell you, he's just as real in person as he is online. He has an inspiring story of recovering from addiction and is a true warrior. You could tell just by how hard the media comes after him. The best way to stand by Mike Lindell, stand by the patriots who have been canceled, and to stand by your wife or husband who would love to wake up in the morning to a non-cranky mess, go to mypillow.com and use code CRUMP, that is code CRUMP, for your very own discount today. Now, let's get back to the show.
Get your very own MyPillow today using code CRUMP at checkout. Let's jump right into the story though, because this one is, well, hilarious. $10,000 a day, can you believe it? Today, justice prevailed, says Attorney General Letitia James. Our investigation into Donald Trump and the Trump Organization's financial dealings will continue undeterred because no one is above the law, unless their name is Dr. Fauci or Joe Biden or Hunter Biden. Are we forgetting Hunter Biden? The laptop from hell? Are you serious? Everybody is above the law if they've got a D next to their name most of the time. Lord. Earlier this month, James argued in court papers that Trump should be fined a sum sufficient to coerce his compliance after he missed a March 31st court-imposed deadline to turn over the documents. Trump is currently appealing a February court ruling that he must answer questions under oath in James's investigation, but the Attorney General said the former president has not yet appealed a ruling establishing the deadline for him to provide documents. James said her investigation into Trump's business practices has revealed evidence that he allegedly misstated the value assets of golf courses and skyscrapers on his financial statements for over a decade. Her office has said it is seeking Trump's testimony and documents while it works to determine whether he misstated values shown to lenders, taxing authorities, and other business interests constituted fraud, and if so, who may be behind it. Now, this story is already just so stupid. So stupid. Honestly, we already know that Letitia James really only did this because she was planning to run for governor. She failed at running for governor. She already suspended her campaign, so she's not doing that. And it's just desperate for power. Truly is desperate for power. St. Jude's Attorney General of New York, another beauty, which is just pure, great sarcasm, honestly. What can you expect? What can you expect from these people that are doing it nothing for power? It's not an adherence to the law. It's not fighting for some sort of, I don't know, integrity or honesty. It's just power. It's just getting their name out there. And dare I say it's working because Twitter was promoting it like crazy earlier today. In fact, I think, yeah, you can still see it right here. Donald Trump held in contempt for not complying with New York's subpoena. They're trying to make it sound like, oh, Trump's about to go to jail, or Trump's going to run out of money. How is he going to run Truth Social, or something like that? And of course, they're going to be taking down they're going to be tearing down Truth Social as much as they can as well. And I mean, honestly, it is what it is, but still, they're really trying to go after these people. And another person they're trying to go after real quick is Marjorie Taylor Greene now. This is another story they were promoting heavily this morning to try to distract from the whole Elon Musk purchase story. And it was a good attempt. It was a good attempt. I'll give them that, but it's not going to work. Texts show Marjorie Taylor Greene asked Meadows about martial law. And actually, I think we saw this a minute ago as martial law. Yeah, it still is trending. And of course, it shows her misspelling. Whoa, new text obtained by CNN show that Marjorie Greene told Meadows that he would talk to Trump about the possibility, or he should talk to Trump about the possibility of martial law. Let's read this article. In mid-2021 and January, just days before President Joe Biden's inauguration, Republican Representative Marjorie Greene of Georgia texted then White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows to tell him some GOP members of Congress had privately suggested Donald Trump should declare martial law, according to text obtained by CBS News. Greene testified last week she does not recall whether she encouraged the president to impose martial law. That is one of the multiple texts Greene sent to Meadows in the post-election period, of which, in our private chat with only members, several are saying the only way to save our republic is for Trump to call for martial law. I don't know on these things. I just wanted you to tell him. They stole this election, we all know. They will destroy our country next. Please tell them to declassify as much as possible so we can go after Biden and anyone else. I mean, honestly, have they not destroyed our country? MTG was right. I mean, as much as y'all want to say, oh, she committed perjury, of which she didn't. She didn't say, no, I didn't say that. She just said, I do not recall, which is a shrewd and smart tactic when you're under oath to just say, I don't remember, because you may not fully remember. You may misspeak in such a way that they can swing it and spin it as perjury, and you could get screwed over. It can be a bad thing. So all she said is she does not recall, which nobody can declare whether she did or did not remember unless they had video or audio from like a day before or the day of stating, yes, I remember, and I'm going to tell them I don't remember, which they don't have. So we don't need to get into the lawful nitty gritty of it. And you guys, there's other people that do that a whole lot better than I ever could. I'm only 17. They've probably been studying law for longer than I've been alive. They could talk about it much better. But they have destroyed the country. Inflation, gas prices, you name it, they've done it. Greene also told Meadows, we think the people who assaulted the Capitol are Antifa dressed like Trump supporters. Meadows turned over his text messages to the January 6th committee, probing the assault, and then declined to cooperate further with the committee. Well, we do know there were Antifa members dressed like Trump supporters involved in the crowd, but also it was a good even mix, so it is what it is. It was a big story, but this is not. CNN first reported the text, along with more than 2,000 text Meadows exchanged with top aides, members of Congress and GOP activists. It is unclear from the record whether Meadows responded. Greene, who is fighting a challenge by constituents to block her from appearing on the Georgia ballot, testified in an administrative hearing Friday that she doesn't remember whether she encouraged the president to impose martial law as a way to remain in power. I don't recall, Greene told the court. Greene texted Meadows during the assault, I was just told there is an active shooter on the first floor of the Capitol. Please tell the president to calm people. This isn't the way to solve anything. On January 7th, the day after the assault, Greene texted Meadows that we tried everything we could in our objection to the 6 states, and she blamed anarchists for the melee at the Capitol, though she offered no evidence to back up her accusation. I'm sorry, nothing worked. I don't think that President Trump caused the attack on the Capitol. It's not his fault. So, yada yada, pretty normal stuff happening around January 6th, but these people are really grasping at straws, trying to do anything they can to take down Marjorie Taylor Greene, and unfortunately, it's not going to work. Marjorie is already out of Georgia. She's in Texas now, meeting with people about the southern border, talking about the young man who lost his life, unfortunately, and we'll talk about that a little bit more later on. But what can I say? What can I say aside? This is just another chance at trying to distract from the biggest story of the day, which is going to be a massive paradigm shift. It's going to be a big change. Kayleigh McEnany tweets 10 minutes ago, Elon Musk Twitter takeover. This is big. Really is big. Man. Eric July posting. That's great. We're going to spend a few minutes just scrolling through my Twitter feed. President Trump will not... Oh, okay. Fox News says President Trump will not return to Twitter even as Musk purchases the social media company and reinstates his account, instead using his own Truth Social as the sole platform of his voice? Really? Really? So do we know if Elon Musk is going to reinstate his account? I might have to check in more. Live look at Elon Musk firing everyone on Twitter. Okay, I haven't seen this yet. I'm so excited for this. I love these memes. Well, I gotta mute the audio for a second because that is copywritten music, but let's just watch it. Guy pulling up. Oh my gosh. Oh, paintball. Hold on.
I'm back, and you're fired.
Oh, this is good. Walking through with a paintball. I guess. What is this from? What show is this? Terrence McQuigg Agency. If one of y'all knows what show this is from, let me know in the comments below.
I represent John and Kate Pussy. Where are you?
Oh my gosh. This is beautiful. It's gonna be Elon just coming through. Oh wait, hold on, I gotta see this one.
That's too bad.
That's too bad. Diamond and Silk just tweeted Trump won. Oh, I love it. Imagine being a major social media company that actually believes in free speech. And let's check real quick. Has Elon tweeted yet? Nothing yet. Nothing yet. I'm sure he's gonna tweet like right after I end the show, which sucks. Imagine Instagram next. Oh man. People obviously coping. Yeah, they're suffering. Top priority for Elon Musk should be restoring previously suspended accounts. It's time to correct this egregious assault on free speech by Twitter. So yes, James O'Keefe, Project Veritas, Carpe Donktum, Babylon B, Donald Trump, even if he won't use it. I'm going to compile a list of dozens of names. I'm just going to go through them, round of applause each time. We need James O'Keefe back. We need everybody back. Everybody that lost their Twitter accounts over the years. Alex Jones, Laura Loomer. Can you guys imagine it? I don't think it. Nobody thought this was possible. Nobody thought this was possible, but here we are. I wanted to bring this live show to you guys just to really pound it in that this is a big story. This is a special episode of the Chandler Brief, which has just been massive. NetZimmy on Gitter says, first you buy Twitter, then you become president. I don't know if I would support Elon Musk as president, and I don't believe he can run for president. He was born in South Africa, so you can only be president if you're born in America. So shout out to everybody watching over on Rumble, here on YouTube, everywhere. I really appreciate it. Raphael says InfoWars, that's great as well. Big thank you to everybody who's been tuned in. We will not be live tomorrow, and we will not be live Thursday, but we will be live again this Friday. Of course, as you guys know, I'll be traveling, so I won't be able to stream. But if you guys, of course, want to catch me and not miss out on anything from me, then if you're in the Ohio area, make sure you jump in and join us here in Ohio. If you would like to RSVP for the event, join us in. I just put the link in the chat, so if you're on YouTube, Gitter, or Rumble, check the chat. I'll also be posting about this heavily on social media, so if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on all social media. I can't post it in the Gitter chat, oh well. But just to give you guys the details once again, it will be this April 27th, this Wednesday, at 2341 West State Street, Alliance, Ohio, at the Holiday Inn. It is near Mount Union University, so it is right there, smack dab, Alliance, Ohio. I don't know the geography of the Midwest all that well, so I can't give you guys where that is in Ohio, but just look it up on the map. Just type in this address, 2341 West State Street, Alliance, Ohio, zip code 44601, if that helps you at all. If you guys want to join me this Wednesday, I'll be giving a speech along with Vince Dow about Generation Z, the culture war, us taking back the world, us taking back America, and what else we can do to get even further, take back even more ground. Want to give a big thank you to Lola TX on Rumble, who just sent $10. It's been a while. Keep up the good work. Already knocking Dare Dad off of the what's it called, the Hall of Heroes pedestal. So let me throw your name up there quickly before we jump off the show for today. Big thank you to everybody who has supported us in the past as well. Big thank you to Saint June, who's been active in the chat. Thank you to everybody. Type that in there. Thank you so much. Daredex, bring back Milo Yiannopoulos, all these great ideas. Make sure you smash that like button on the way out from the show. Thank you guys so much for being tuned in with me here. And aside from all that, I'll catch you guys next time. It will be this Friday at 3 for the Chandler Brief. And aside from all that, don't forget to spread the virus of intelligence. Peace out. Okay, alright. Somebody in the comments just said Elon just tweeted, and I'm gonna check it real quick. Earn Dog, you better not be lying to me. You better not be lying. He posted in my Rumble chat, Elon just tweeted. He tweeted. Okay, we're back. Real briefly, that's the first time I've ever brought the show back. Let's see here. He just posted, yes, with hearts, rockets, and stars. Free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square. We talked about this. I also want to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features, making the algorithms open source to increase trust, defeating the spam bots, yada yada. I look forward to working with the company and the community of users to unlock it. Okay. Alright. That's big. That's big right there. The first tweet of Elon as he now will soon come to owning Twitter. Big thank you, Earn Dog. Really appreciate that comment. If you guys already clicked off, I'm sorry. We'll now end the show here. Thank you guys so much. And aside from all that, I'll catch you guys this Friday at 3. Peace out.
Into the light.